Kicking off in just under a week's time, we have one of the biggest international tournaments of the world. It's the African Cup of Nations. And I'm going to predict each and every game coming at ya next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're looking at my early door predictions for the African Cup of Nations, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and hit your back to all things African Cup of Nations, Blabber Rovers, World Football. We're going to all here, boys, under one roofski. That's right. From here onwards, we're going to predict each and every one of the games. Of course, each and every group, of course, will be dedicated to its own video, and we'll talk all about that in a minute. And of course, before all that, big shout out to my VR Bloody Peas, the Patreons. Thank you for your loving, and of course, we're celebrating as we got a brand new patron just the other day. His name is Dieter Maximilian Schmidt Rodriguez, or words along that effect. Big old mouthful name, but of course, big shout out to him for joining the VIP gangs. But anyway, let's get cracking, of course, and take a little look at, of course, what my early door predictions for the African Cup of Nations. So here we go then. Of course, it's the final group, Group F. Of course, let's take a look at the nations that occupy Group F. Here we go, starting off with Mali. That's right. They qualified as Group A winners on the 17th of November 2020. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Meanwhile, of course, this will be the 12th appearance. Last round in 2019. They became runners-up in 1972. That's their best ever. Of course, FIFA ranking of 53rd in the world. 25-1 to lift the trophy at the end of the campaign. Up is Tunisia. Quality nation here. Another one to avoid. Group J winners secured the deal back in the 17th of November 2020. Last round was in 2019. It'll be the 20th appearance for Tunisia. They won in 2004. FIFA ranking of 30, 14-1 to lift the trophy. Who bloody knows? It really is that tight. I honestly think there's about 8 nations that can win this trophy. It's kind of like the Euros, up for grabs. A lot of nations will fancy the chances, and of course we'll talk about that in the final video, which will be tomorrow. Gambia make up this group as well. Group F, Group D winners. Wow, they ain't no slouch. It's 25-1. Sorry, not 25th of March they secured the deal. This will be their first appearance. It's a debut for Gambia. 150 they're ranked in the world. 100-1 to lift the trophy. Group D winners. Remember that, of course. And they're joined by Mauritania. Group E runners-up, secure the deal on the 30th of March 2021. Second appearance, last round was in 2019. Group stages, though, last round. 103 in the world, 250-1 to lift the trophy. Those are the nations of Group F. These are the games of Group F, kicking all off on the 12th of January. And we start with, again, a tabletop, a crunch clash, to basically try to see who's going to hold the top trump cards here. It'll be Tunisia locking arms against Mali. Early kickoff. All eyes on this one. Again, I hope to try and watch this game. We'll see if we can get it in on the old agenda. So, who will lock horns? Who will win? Tunisia, of course, one of the bigger boys. I can see either one of these nations winning it at the end of the campaign. But I think Tunisia will have the upper hand. 3-1 win on day one, match one, to give themselves a boost and, of course, put themselves in the driving seat for Group F. And, of course, win the rest. In fact, they could probably draw a result and still win the group. So that is massive for Tunisia. Mali have got it all to do, though. Cannot slip up against Gambia. Cannot slip up against Mauritania, but we'll have to see about that. Speaking of Mauritania, they'll take on Gambia next. They're going on with a 0-0 draw on this one. I don't know what to expect from either of the two sides. I didn't know Gambia had won their group, so I went with this a little bit blind. However, I don't even know who was in that group either. So, I'm not too sure of if we should underestimate Gambia or overestimate them a little bit. They're coming in as a winner, not as a runners-up. So they've got something about them. And, of course, they've got some good youngsters as well in that team. So Mauritania, though, 0-0. Unbeaten start. Gambia will take on Mali, though. Of course, Mali got it all to do. And they'll bounce back with a 1-win over Gambia. Of course, put themselves back in command as well with 3 points out of a possible 6 so far. Tunisia taking on Mauritania. And, again, you'd expect the big boys, Tunisia, to come out top with a 2-0. Big fat victory. Of course, put themselves already through, you say, 6 points out of a 6. No questions asked. They'll take on Gambia on a tricky, sticky wicket, but they'll win it as well with a clean sheet, 2-0 win. And again, put Gambia on the back burner here. A lot of nations are finishing in third with 1 point. It seems to be that, there's two superior nations in most groups, 2 weaker nations, and a point still could be good enough. So let's not rule them out. And Mali, though, coming in now with another win, a 1-0 win, another clean sheet to boot. So it does look plain and simple that Gambia and Mauritania are both duking it out. I've got Mauritania in bottom there, Gambia just above them. It is identical, though. They did score a goal each. But I would actually probably put more faith in Gambia to squeeze through, having known that they won the group. We'll have a look at the odds in a minute. Into second spot, we have Mali with 6 points, and of course, top of the pops will be Tunisia. go through 100% after that fantastic win as well. Let's take a look at the odds then, shall we? Of course, for this group, 7-4 on is your, of course, your Tunisia. We got 30-8 is your Mali, second favourites. Gambia 20-1 to win the group, and Mauritania 33-1. So it's about right there for me. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions about Group F as we look forward to that. And tomorrow, of course, we're going to kick on with the knockouts. We're going to take my top two. We'll do the calculations to see who finishes as the best third place, and of course, we'll do a knockout as well. But until then, guys, that is it. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. If you think yourselves are a Africa Cup of Nations expert or a football expert out in Africa, let me know. Get in touch with me down below and say, hey, I know what I'm talking about over in Africa. Of course, I'm trying to look for fellow collaborators out there who want to get involved with content creation. And of course, this will be a fantastic opportunity to get to know you. So if you're interested, let me know down below. Of course, make sure you give it a big old fat thumbs up as well, and smash your subscribe if you're new. Of course, we're going to be covering the tournament in extensive detail. We're going to have match day by match day predictions. We're going to have match previews. We might even do match reviews as well. And of course, we'll have some watch alongs as well. So hopefully you can join me along the lines for that one. We're going all in on the African Cup of Nations. Hopefully you are too. Until then, though, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of jazz. We've got the rest of the groups coming at you quick, thick, and fast. So get in amongst it. Until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next. Until then, we're done.